Bam! Hello, Ghostly. How are you this fine Wednesday? Hello, Mr. Light. Jesus, apparently I'm gonna start streaming, just start coughing. How are you? How are you, Ghostly? How was the weekend? How is the time zone and the words? I art well. Art well. Just got home from works. Well done. Well done. Hopefully works wasn't too terrible. Too bad. Hopefully your friend who was the purported Dune expert, or not friend, I should say, coworker. You already corrected me once on that. Has reconsidered their position, but I doubt they have. How art thou? I did nothing, though. That's a good day at work, is when you do nothing. That's the proper way to do work, in my opinion. Particularly if you work a menial job that has no real purpose. How art thou? I'm doing well. I think I got a little burnt out last week. I ended up hitting a wall over the weekend and had to go meet with some people and do like a big writers social kind of thing, and I kind of was barely a functioning person. I felt really bad. I was supposed to be social, and I just kind of started staring into the distance, like the 1,000-yard stare. It did not go well. I also apparently that night, for whatever reason, got a stick up my ass to because I was trying to debate which Scorsese film, because in my opinion, for a long time, I considered The Wolf of Wall Street to be Scorsese's best film of the latter half of his career, and I was so impressed by Killers of the Flower Moon that I decided to watch both in the middle of the night. And so I was up till 4:30 in the morning just watching 2 3.5-hour movies. But I don't know. I lost my mind. Whatever it was, I went insane. I had I broke down and went nuts. So anyway, thank you. Yes, no, he's too old to change his mind. Anything? Yeah, that's too bad. I hope my goal, my aging goal as a grumpy old man, is that I can always change my mind. I do want to maintain what I call the versatility of youth. That's my goal in life. Whether or not I succeed eventually, we'll get there. But I do want to be able to change my mind. Breaks are good. Recoup and talk with other creatives. Yes. So anyway, I kind of burnt out. I haven't really done much. I got a little bit of work done on the script Monday and Tuesday, but I mostly just cleaned and tried to survive. Just try to take care of myself. Which is good, because allergies are really bad right now. Sometimes you need to hermit. The problem is particularly as a writer, and particularly as a not wealthy person living in Los Angeles, I do, by necessity, do a lot of hermiting. I don't go out. It's expensive. Going anywhere in this town is expensive. I literally eat carrots because that's a cheap grocery item I can eat. So generally I try not to go out too much. So, but fine. Take a break, breathe, smell the flowers. Thank you, Ghostly. Thank you for calming my manic mind. That's a fun tangent. It happens to the best of us. Especially you, Ghostly. You are not the person to take time. You're crazy. You don't always have to do work streams, right? You have a community that will hang out no matter what you're doing. That is true. You are not wrong, Ghostly, and I do appreciate you pointing that out. I am trying to do more hangout streams, at least once, maybe once every couple weeks or once every week streams. Do a hangout stream. I'm trying to develop doing a movie night kind of thing in the Discord. I finally found out how to set it up as a community where you can show movie, do I guess consider it rooms, try to do movie nights in the Discord and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out how to branch out, but I do pride myself that I am like, this is generally a stream that people can get their work done in. I don't know why, but I find it. I'm very proud of that. I try to make it oh, I can actually get work done on a stream. But but you're not wrong, Ghostly. I probably should do more like hangout streams. We're not here for the sprints. Oh, that is super sweet, Ghostly. You are too kind. Too kind. But you're here. You should be here for the sprints, actually. No. Anyway. How's it going, Cryptid? How art thou? Is the self-care going well? I hope. I know you've had a rough couple. You've had some exciting encounters from weather and walls. Look, man, I'm the exception. Not wrong, Ghostly. You are the exception. Yeah. I was going to come in and do actual work tonight if I had to, knowing I could, but I got the publisher's pages in, so that's good enough for me. Bam! Well done, Cryptid. Awesome. Huzzah! That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, well, I gotta... my original goal was to have the first draft of the script done by the end of the week. That is not going to happen. I got so little work done the first half of the week, so... And it's going to be a shorter stream today because I have to go... Wednesday, that's the reason I try not to stream on Wednesdays, is that usually I have to go do things Wednesday evening. So, I don't work on your mortal clock. You are a Titan, so this is true, Ghostly. You play by a whole different set of rules. It's somewhere a grown man is crying, and honestly, that's all I need. I hope whatever it is that you did, Cryptid, that caused a grown man to cry, or if it was you, in fact, who caused a grown man to cry, I hope you slayed that. I hope verbally slayed that man. Just boomer tears. And here's Princess. Hello, Princess. Me going up to this man like Borat. Give me your boomer tears. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Well done. Perfect. Hey, look at that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Hi, Princess. I might ask if you've read my attempt at horror. I started. I did start it. I started it, Ghostly. It's very short. But I have not. I didn't finish it, so I'm withholding comment until I finish it. I do like your back and forths with I like your use of fonts, because the evil, creepy voice, so, yeah, I do like that, because you do that, you did the same sort of fun font thing in Pretension as well. I think it's amusing. It's character. It doesn't matter if it ever gets published, because, as Cryptid has explained many times, like, the fonts are dictated by the apps, and people can change them, but I appreciate it. I might have something to do with the town building inspector dropping by and putting a work stop on their joke of a retaining wall. Good, Cryptid. Well done. Well played. Thank you. It was really annoying to write. I greatly enjoy the chiller font. It's a good font. Very, Scream-esque. Don't feel bad. He works for a house-buying megacorp and has no idea what he's doing. Yep. Corporate America. Fail up and be... Actually, it's good that you're bad at your job is kind of the way that this goes. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hello. Okay. You're clearly here for attention. But I can take thoughts that are half-baked. Yeah, I mean, so far it's just, I like the premise of it, where it's going. I can tell you are very new at horror imagery. So I have some notes. I have some notes on some of the horror. It's mostly just needs a little bit of reworking. Like, I get the vibe you're going for. It just needs to be... It needs to be written in a way that, like... that elicits a more, like, emotion... like I guess a more like visceral reaction from the reader. That's it. But that's to be expected given the way you generally write. Um, I can't escape my Edgar Allan Poe hole. That's fine, because Edgar Allan Poe is actually really good at it. He's very, very good at utilizing both, but he's very good at using like poetic structure and rhyme and beat to highlight he uses those to accentuate his imagery, and he's also his imagery is very visceral, like it elicits a very intense emotional reaction. Um, but because he's not like just doing gross out stuff or something like that, which is just like kind of the lowest common denominator when it comes to freaking people out. Yeah, it he uses other mechanisms to kind of get you into a vibe. Oh boy. Oh crap, hold on. I have to take a call for a second. It is a work call. Alright, everybody, occupy yourselves. Occupy yourselves. I will be right back. I'm sorry, this is work nonsense. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I am back. I am back. Let me catch up really quick. So now we'll have to hire a licensed mason. Scope the wall is going to put it at 6 figures. Jesus, 6 figures. Good God. I mean, a retaining wall, they're supposed to dig deep for that kind of thing, right? I mean, I don't know if it's like LA. Because in LA, anytime you put any sort of like structure that's supposed to hold anything, they have to dig until they hit rock. Particularly in the hills. Oh, Princess is back. Rock Cookie is the baller. Princess, sing the song of your people. Fear we don't know her. But okay, hold on. Almost there. I think we can turn. I think it turned into something more tragic than scary. The vibes are tragic, like gothic tragic. You got some dark imagery in there, but it's fine though, Ghostly. You don't need to just do straight up horror. But let me finish it first before I give you like an overall. Oh my God, Princess Wine! When you said that was perfect though. I think she knows when I'm streaming, because the moment I hop on and start talking, she gets intense. So I think she understands to a degree the when I'm talking in front of my computer, it's time for her to come and shout at people. She's just an angry ad over this one. Exactly. That's good, Cryptid. That's very true. Yeah, the problem is it's just tragic. Tragic's fine. Tragic is fine. No spooks, only tears. A lot of horror is tragic, actually, in my opinion. A lot of that is it is a tragedy. Car stuff. All right, go do your car thing. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. The length and width of their property, and taller than me at the corner. Jeez Louise. I have to take photos daily for insurance. Oh man, and it's run by the state, right? It's run by the city, or is it? I'm assuming it's city/state, like county, that's in charge of the wall. because our city does nothing. I know that's what everybody is. Everybody comes here for. Um, uh, that's what everybody is. Everybody's like here for is us talking city, city politics. But I know our city with the trees here, it's a problem. They don't care because I live up on like narrow roads up on the hill, and it's East LA, so it's primarily it's primarily Hispanic or like Latino, and they just never send people out here, or it takes them forever to send people out here to like actually manage the streets and like take care of refuse after a storm, clean up any of the trees that fall over, and do a lot of damage to houses too, and they're just really bad about it. It is now. Technically, it's the owner's property, so they have to maintain it, but then you need to hire a licensed person and pull permit, which they didn't do. Ah, okay. So when it started coming down by my house, the clowns, they were said, I can move rocks. I can move rocks, who's gonna know? Oh, great. Ugh. The dramas. The drama. No, none of us signed up for this when we were kids. We didn't sign up for this crap. What are we doing, folks? That's why growing up, I understand Peter Pan more and more. Not Bari and all the weirdness that came with that, but just the sentiment of Peter Pan being like Peter Pan just saw a bunch of people sitting around talking about their like 401ks and like their real estate portfolios, and was like, I'm out. I'm done. Peace. You know what? I'm just gonna go do my thing with pirates and mermaids, and we're just gonna kind of go do that, because the rest of this just sounds not fun. Me, who's dealt with slumlords for a decade, if you're gonna fuck around, you're gonna find out good. Well, and as they should. They've the person who runs my complex, they definitely, you could tell they were definitely, particularly back in like the 90s, they ran this place like a slumlord for sure. The area I live in is pretty like, not to get overtly, political and nonsense, but I live in one of the most like lefty parts of like eastern LA, like LA County. The way we vote tends to be very like very pretty lefty, so they had a pretty rude wake up call when COVID hit, and we had people marching through the streets for renters' rights and all that kind of stuff. So they've kind of backed off a lot of their nonsense. So we've lucked out on that, like in terms of that. They don't try to pull a lot of the old slumlordy, nonsense that they used to pull maybe like 6, 7, 8 years ago. This is adulthood, gang. Don't do it. Yeah, agreed. Good, as they damn well should. Yeah, as they should. All right. I am going to run some ads, and then we're going to dive into our first sprint just to make sure that we at least get, I think we're going to probably get about 3 sprints done before I must fly off to other things. So let's go ahead and run those ads, and then we will get to the words, everybody. Anyway, let's make some words, please. Yes, let's all get on the word train. We need the words. All right, we're going to run some ads because Bezos demands it. It's funny, the ad thing is funny too, because it's like you don't, when you're streaming and you like go into the submenus, they always try to tell you about how much money you're going to make on ads and all that kind of stuff, which I'm assuming like large, like I don't care, but the way that the ad revenue thing works is it's clearly only for, it's got to be for like the biggest streamers out there, because I don't think anybody actually makes money except for Twitch and Amazon on ads. I don't know. I could probably go through like the metrics to see like the monetization from ads, and maybe I've made like a quarter of a penny in like, you know, in a year and a half or whatever it is. It's just, it's funny. It's funny how aggressive they are with the ads. It's ridiculous. This wall has been my life the first half of the week. I'm so grateful I can finally put it out of my mind for a little while. Thank fuck. No kidding, Cryptid. Jesus. That is... Talk about a way to just derail everything you're trying to do, is have just... I mean, that's kind of... Like, life just shows up and is like, here's the crisis. Now deal with this, and it's gonna take up a week and a half. It's wild, yeah. And that's why you should subscribe to your favorite streamers if you can. Thank you, Cryptid. Thanks for the shout out, Cryptid. That's true. That is true. That is indeed true. You get a lot more from that than you do from the ads. The ads are just for Twitch. Like, no one, no, and they force you to put it there. It's ridiculous. I think you can try to get around it, but they do, or maybe not anymore. But they get really weird if you try to do, like, no ads. Because I looked into that. Because it's such a pain in the ass having to manage ads. But. Boo, ba, boo. Alright. Okay. Ads are done. Why don't we drop into our sprints, everybody? Go ahead and get those words, and we will see you on the other side. Happy writing, and away we go. We go! And that is the end of that sprint, everybody. Hopefully the words treated you well. Holy snap! Kimmy! Kimmy! What the fuck were you gonna tell me you've been streaming? It's become much more consistent than it used to be. I was all over the place at the beginning of the year, so I that is my bad, Kimmy. I let you know. But now you should know. I stream still kind of you were supposed to tell me. I forgot. I mean, I am technically streaming while I'm working, which I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see. But anyway, Kimmy, how are you doing? How is life? For everybody out there, I know Kimmy in real life. Kimmy's one of the in real life friends. Actually, the one who got me into streaming to begin with, a few years ago. Let's see. I got at least 3 comments fixed. Well done. Oh, let me start the down timer really quick. Bam. Bring the music down a little bit. Kimmy, I mean, that's all I do. I know. Yeah. Me too. It's slowly opening up, hopefully, to where I can consistently write and stream writing. But I had to do... everyone else has heard this ad nauseum, but I was, like, caught editing pork videos that were the bane of my existence for, like, a month and a half, 2 months. It was a nightmare. But I'm hoping that the goal is eventually to have a consistent stream schedule. I'm trying. Which would not include today, because usually I don't stream on Wednesdays. Let's see here. Of course, it's a good idea. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone away. Exactly. Yep. That's the goal. So if I can knock out these scripts while streaming. Yes, the actual human people. Hail Kimmy, the real life. Hail Kimmy, I am Ghostly, the fake person. Ghostly. Well, Ghostly, you're not a fake person. You're just a ghost. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I stream on company time. Oh, that's so good, Cryptid. Amazing. That's you know, if I was smart and I had, like, when I was doing the pork videos, because that was technically on a separate computer, if I was smart, I could have, like, figured out how to, like, edit on a different screen while streaming and doing work sprints, but that was beyond my technical capabilities, sadly. At the time. Probably still is, to be honest. Indeed, ghosts are people too, Kimmy, yeah. Kimmy, I've been trying to convince my company to let me stream some of my work. I know, but you're probably under NDAs as well, I'm assuming, since you're doing character design for what video game? Can you even say what video game you're doing, Kimmy? Since we're in an open development anyway, but it took over a year to get a casual hangout voice channel in our team, so not holding my breath. Oh, that's terrible. That's awful. Just a Wow, okay. So they're, yikes. That's no bueno. No. I exist only as text in a chat. I have to tell you, Wildlight. I hear the Matrix. Oh, you're all just there to convince me that people online are actually watching me write scripts. It's all just a computer program facade. That's you know, honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. To be fair, I would not be shocked if that was the case. But I do, particularly how angry you are about your car situation, Ghostly. I don't know. I feel like you're not Chat GPT. Cryptid, oof, what are you working on, if you don't mind us asking? Tell us what the company rhymes with. Cryptid. Just all the, like, how to get around the NDAs. Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. Supposed to be the spiritual successor to EverQuest. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, Kimmy is a fantastic 3D creature and character artist. Do you still... I haven't seen... I'm pretty much only on Twitch when I have the time to stream, so I've barely been on. Are you still streaming at all, Kimmy? I guess you probably don't have time if you can't work on stream. But Kimmy used to stream a lot of their work. Um, when time was a thing, when we all had time. I asked my boss, and they said I could absolutely stream once. Once I'm. Oh, really, Cryptid? You can? Ooh, it's me. I'm the boss. Well, if you're ever comfortable with it, Cryptid, let us know, because I absolutely would love to dive in and hang out in your streams, time permitting. I feel like I should hang out in more streams. I don't have time. I try my best. The marketing team is periodically asked if there's any interest in streaming our work, and I'm always like, ooh, me, pick me. but so far, no one with any authority has greenlit it. Yeah, it's a smart idea. I wish more people would do it, honestly, but it it's kind of like I feel like people are excited to see how the process works. There's enough art streamers out there. That's awesome. I hope work is excited. Work is exciting for this project for you. That's true. I think hopefully it is. I know probably Kimmy's probably in the same boat as all of us though, where it's like we need to get paid more. But because I would be a lot happier with even my corporate work that I have to do on the side if I got paid more. Thanks. I just need to get my setup better fine tuned. It's a lot more doable. Not that my migraines have calmed. Now that my migraines have calmed post op, well, once you get it, we'll be there, Cryptid. I will be there. We will all be there to back you up. Now that good lord, hands, please work, please, the hands. Yeah, yeah. White secretly just streams to build a fan base. Ghostly. I am. You know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna say you're wrong there, Ghostly, because if for every movie I made, if 5 people watched it, if my fan base was 5 people and none of my films ever made money, I'd still be happy to have 5 fans. So, you're not necessarily wrong there, Ghostly. Although I'm pretty sure, Ghostly, you could only watch like 30% of the films I would probably make. I'm trying. As much as you're trying to write more horror, I'm trying to write things that are not are not necessarily. You'd watch the Western. That's true. You did not well, I don't know. Did you I don't think you didn't finish the Western. You just read the first half of the Western. So for that, I would say it does get a little intense, but I am probably going to rewrite the latter half. Yeah, I'm probably going to rewrite the latter half, but it's probably still going to have some of the more disturbing elements, like monster elements in it. Um, I honestly can't even remember if I've streamed since I moved. I know you. Your apartment looks amazing. It's like a perfect. You could have like a rad streaming like background because your apartment's rad. Um, I had a fun mental spiral last year and basically don't remember most of the year. I feel like that was last year for everybody. Last year was apocalyptically bad for me in almost every way. Honestly, the past 3 years have been like just a constant struggle to stay alive and afloat. But my anxiety seems basically gone now. That's huge, Kimmy. That's huge. Well done. If your anxiety is alleviated in any degree, that is huge. That's really, really, really huge. I think I did a game stream once last spring, and I haven't streamed since. Yeah, it's time, particularly if you're working all the time. I'd watch it for the boy. I know, Ghostly. I know. Which honestly, I wouldn't hate. This is a lot less soulless than making TikToks forever. I can't do the social media thing. I even thought for a while about like putting things on YouTube, but I don't like commentary culture. I'd have to do something generative, like a movie, like I don't know, like a narrative. It's really hard for me to fathom what I would do if I ever tried to do anything on YouTube because I just hate comment. Like I don't hate comment. I hate it for myself. I think I would be miserable doing commentary media, like reviews, breakdowns. I'm fine like ranting about it, but I just don't think I could do it. And there's a lot of work that goes into that stuff. Hoping to get back to it soon, but working on figure out some medical stuff first, for sure, Kimmy, for sure. I feel like that's all of this. I'm trying to get on free healthcare this year, so I might actually be able to get on the free healthcare plan this year. The only year I can get on it, but last year was so bad. I can actually I might be able to swing on getting free healthcare for at least a year. Um, Ghostly likes monsters. Okay, got it, Ghostly. Okay, okay. So as long as if I can go crazy with the monsters and that works. Um, brains are assholes. Props for kicking in the teeth. Exactly. I certainly haven't yet. My entire last year was just moving and getting surgeries booked. Ugh, that's brutal. Thank you. And yes, sir. My brain's name is Brain, and he is basically the kid in the Babadook. Periodically, ask why won't you be normal, and Brain just shrieks like a banshee. That's that's 100% true. Ghostly short films are a thing on YouTube or thing. Do they actually do they do well? I mean, also short films are rough because they cost money generally, or at least the way I would make them. I maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try to do some weird kind of very pared down avant-garde nonsense with just myself and my cats, and maybe something interesting I can do. Because I do know Pony Smasher made short films on YouTube with his wife, and then did breakdowns about how he made it, and that's actually how he started his directing career. And I was always very envious of that because I thought that that was a really smart way to go. And he's also a genuinely good human being and talks a lot about fighting with depression. So I have a lot of respect for that guy. Um, let's see. I feel that in the marrow of my bones. ADHD, PTSD, gender dysphoria, brains are terrible. Little beast. Glad you're feeling on top. Exactly. Yep. Do it, Twilight. Okay. I'll try. Because I have told you, Ghostly was there for this, that I have always wanted to do a stream where I write the film on stream, I prep the film on stream, and then I live stream the production days on stream. Where it's essentially you wouldn't get audio, but you would get to see the actually like filming it on location. And that is something I've wanted to do. That is still a goal of mine to have happen at some point. The one channel that does stop motion just finished. Oh, stop motion? Hell yeah. Um, yeah, that's still a goal of mine, Ghostly. I have not abandoned that. I will help you if you need app assistance. uh, Gruff has been out for like 3 weeks. It's 5. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, stop motion gets a lot. Stop motion, that is true. Maybe I can go back. I haven't done stop motion since I did stop motion with Legos as a kid. Maybe I could go back and reteach myself stop motion. I remember that'd be cool. That's the goal. That's the eventual goal. But I like working with actors. That's the other downside. Is that's the thing that I like. I like the collaborative element of working with actors and blocking things out on set. It's like has a living essence to it that I like a lot. I am proud to say I'm on both free healthcare and food stamps. If anyone needs help applying for either, I've got you. Oh man, nice. Well, I might hit you up, Cryptid, if I get lost in the very terrible bureaucracy that is California's medical system for literally just a year, because I almost guaranteed won't be able to get on it next year. Well, if I get on it next year, I'll be homeless. because I cannot afford to make so little last year. My savings took a dive because I made so little last year, and this year I need things to turn around. And it already kind of is, so that's good. ADHD, PTSD here too. Also, SPD started. Oof, yeah, I know, Kimmy. I've talked a little bit with you about that stuff, and it's just so much, so much. It's hard to just be alive. CPTSD. I should probably go get checked for some of those things as well. But all right, everybody. Let us go ahead and dive in to our next sprint, and yeah, and we'll go ahead and get the words. So happy writing, and we will see you all on the other side. And away we go. Happy writing, everybody. no, no, no. Shit. Come on. Come back. Come back. Alrighty, there we are, everyone. That sprint is done. Hopefully, progress was made, words were had or written. I got like a sentence, but it was very, very, very chatty sprint. So I couldn't help myself. But hopefully, for those of you working out there, it was a productive sprint. We'll go ahead and start the down timer. Oh boy, we are talking about everything. Ghostly, I am definitely much on the side of you at least exploring the goth side of things. if you do, and you don't need goth clothing or black clothes just to be goth. Believe me, I was just as moody and dark-hearted about everything, and and into the moody stuff when I was dressed like Charlie Brown. I used to literally dress like Charlie Brown when I was a kid. Oh, weird times those were. Oh yeah, let me bring the music down just a hair. Ba-ba-ba. Let's see here. I have dark hair, and getting a platinum look took me about 2 years. In the end, I gave up and went back to the bold colors, oddly easier. Yeah, it looks great. Like, it looks fantastic, but everyone I know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like, once you get there, it's just maintaining. It's just, you have to be really on it, but I admire anyone who does, because it does look cool. It looks cool as hell. But not having hair dye bleed, nice, yes. I'm very annoyed by this awakening. I own no black clothes. Ghostly, you don't need to go change. You just slowly over time discover your own vibe of it. You don't have to just. It's not like you have to run out to a Hot Topic. I mean, that is literally a thing we used to like rail against. We used to call them Hot Topic goths. Like, I mean, that was the whole joke in, like, the South Park episodes, posers, the poser goths. Because, one, none of us could afford to shop at Hot Topic, and two, like, we kind of just did our own thing. How dare you discover yourself, Ghostly? Exactly, Cryptid, exactly. I rewrote a line that's been pissing me off for months. Hey, but you got it, so that's good. I have a feeling half the dialogue in this script I'm going to have to rewrite. It's just going to kill me. Like, so much of it is just surface level blech. There's no charm to it. I'm still trying to figure the voice for the characters out, though. So, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. It's why I try to do a lot of my... It's why I try to get... It's why, like, I'm still figuring out on-stream, off-stream writing a little bit. Because sometimes it's a lot harder for me on stream sometimes to, like, discover the voice. Once I'm there, I think I can usually channel it on stream, but I don't know if it's a self-conscious thing or a distraction thing. Still figuring it out. Ghostly, current self, yes. Cryptid, tie-dye Charlie Brown, yes. A lot of tie-dye shirts, but I actually had the white with the squiggle, or the yellow, I mean, with the squiggle Charlie Brown shirt. Kind of, yeah. I had like that was baggy shorts. I had baggier jeans, like cargo jeans, but they were like, they weren't like the crazy baggy jeans. Not like the Junko jeans. Yeah, because all my clothes were hand-me-down clothes, so I didn't really... There was no real sense of fashion, but I had, like, tie-dye colors all over my bedroom, a lot of red mood lighting, a lot of that kind of stuff. Obviously, the bead curtain, which I have continued to this day, but the bead curtain was a big thing. By exploring, Ghostly will be going to a formal event with casual clown makeup and a black dress. That sounds rad, Ghostly. That sounds rad as hell. You should absolutely... If you go with just, like, death metal face paint, 100% that's metal. That's cool, Ghostly. That's pretty fucking cool. Alright. Good luck with dinner. The kids are asleep. And I'm glad words were got. So that's good. I'd always wanted to try the True Platinum, but never had the money to get it done professionally. Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap. I mean, women's hair, any kind of, like, you know, female presenting hair, like, it's just so expensive. It's so expensive. It's obviously gendered in that way, financially, but I can only imagine, particularly with all the dye and the bleaching. I never wanted to try doing it myself and end up playing a professional cleanup my mess. Yeah, exactly. Finally tried it myself last year when I kind of realized my hair is short, grows fast, and I cut it myself. Why not bleach it? Yes, Kimmy, Malgoths, 100%. I'm sorry if suggesting Pond Boys on stream was helpful. No, it's fine. I want to get better at it anyway. It does require some, like, you know, I definitely get very, like, ritualistically weird where it's like I'm in the zone and it's like a meditative thing. Um, but I'm trying to balance that with actual, like, being able to still do it on stream. It just still needs, a lot of it still needs to be done back and forth. But it's not that it's not helpful, Ghostly. It is getting done. So um that's fine. Kimmy, no, I was finally getting some work done, and then Brandy on the, oh no, Brandy's on the tablet. Aw, old lady Brandy, she's a sweetheart. Bleach can be scary at first. I recommend figuring out first undertone, then purchasing your bleach powder after that. Okay, yeah. I have, interesting enough, for all the goth and all the goth and punk stuff, I've never dyed my hair. I have never done it. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know. I'm already starting to get, like, the ash gray, like, arc, and I might just lean into that because people ask if that's dyed all the time. So at least it makes it look like I'm making some effort towards fashion. But I'm like, nope, that's not dye. That's just trauma. That's just trauma and me getting old. That's it. Um, dope. Yeah, that is dope as shit. Cryptid. Yeah, I 100% think Ghostly should absolutely go to a formal event that way. This is fucking rad. The formal event outfit plan was black formal dress, but I will add white frilled collar. Nice, cool. Yep. Because I'm committing face lace gloves, goth clown makeup, and Doc Martens. Oh man, leaning into the Doc Martens. Oh yeah, there you go, there you go. Got that. Um, you might, one of my favorite fashion styles, and it's, you know, absolutely probably influenced by just some of the time I spent in Japan, but also, like, my obsession with the Nier games, is the gothic Lolita fashion style, because that is a lot of like, you know, the white ruffle, frilled collar, white ruffle, black outfits. I've always been a big fan of those. In terms of just like a general fashion style. Um, uh, So that might be. Sometimes they lean a little too red. Sometimes they use a little too much red for my taste, but um so far as I've decent luck with the good old L'Oreal Quick Blue and 30 volume. Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's the thing. Yep. Go say I like your little streak. I remember it was one of the first things. That is true. That is true, Ghostly. You were the one who called me out first for that. Um, My hair is relatively my hair is relatively cooperative with most things, but it's around a level 3. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Sorry I typed that before you mentioned trauma. What happened? What trauma? What happened? Oh. I just say that because I've hyperbolically, ghostly. It's fine. It's not. I mean, it is. You know, the joke is that, you know, life and stress and things turn you gray. And I started getting gray hair in my early 20s. So it's, when I say it's all trauma and age, it's just me hyperbolically making a joke about the fact that it's not dyed, that my hair is just naturally going gray that way. It could, who knows? Maybe the stress of my life has caused it. I don't know. I don't know. Um, we joked that I'm like a double code dog. Very. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I could probably use something. Let's see. I didn't mean to call you out. I think it's neat. Thank you, Ghost. I'm glad. I'm glad people like it. I'm a fan of it. I'm glad. I think it's kind of a cool way to go gray. Um, since I'm pretty sure I'm going to be gray a lot younger than many people. Um, I could probably use something more gentle, but I just finished off my first tube of Quick Blue and replaced it last time I did my roots. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I just don't even know if I could afford it. It's so expensive to maintain. So expensive. Me just going and getting like a haircut. I mean, and I go to a pretty reasonably priced place and it's still like $60. And I'm lucky, So, like a mad scientist. That's what I go for. Mad scientist wizard is kind of the vibe. That's why I wear the wizard vibes. Leaning into it. All right. It's the most fashionable of the body's trauma responses. Thank you, Cryptid. I like that. It is. I think like the certain types of gray, it gives you a really good. It gives you a really good vibe for both knowing that you are getting older and and you're just moving ever closer to your ultimate demise, and that your trauma is just being channeled into crazy cool hair. So, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. I like to think I'm aging like moderately fine wine or whiskey or whatever your choice drink might be. I like to think I'm more bearable than I was when I was younger. I think a lot of us probably think that about ourselves when you're like, oh god, I was cringy and annoying, or maybe not. Maybe you thought you were cooler. I don't know. I think I found my first gray at 28ish, and I actually got excited about it, but then I couldn't find it again. Didn't find another for at least a year. Joke's on you, hair. You don't want to go gray. I'll turn you white. Yeah. I think that's kind of the thing, is I went white. My gray is even, like, not even that gray. It's pretty white. We all do our own hair, but my partner went to beauty school, so we have it, we already have it all. I even found a hair razor, so now I have full choppy chop. Ah, yes. Yep. Ghostly, that didn't, I didn't say. I really like your style highlight from the torso we've seen. That I actually am indeed. It's like oh god, what's that the Wild Wild West movie where Kenneth Branagh is just like a spider underneath, and because he's been like decapitated, or he's been cut in half. So he's just like he's just a torso on spider legs. That's actually me, Ghostly. I am just a torso. That didn't sound like a normal person sentence. It was a good sentence though, even if it wasn't normal. Ghostly gotta be updates. GPT updates. It's a good torso. Thank you. My bad, fam. You're good. It's all fine, Ghostly. I'm definitely aging like whiskey, in my opinion. Absolutely, Kimmy. I think both of us are. I think would absolutely have aged better than we've achieved a lot since back in our college days, for sure. Oh, absolutely. Far more chill now, more self-aware. 100% the self-aware. Yeah, reflective, self-aware, for sure. At least not perfect, never perfect, but at least attempting and functioning somewhat better. He actually, Kimmy knows I am indeed just a torso. I forgot the spider legs. The story behind why the spider showed up in there is crazy, by the way, if you don't know the story. It's because of the producer of that movie was nuts and obsessed with spiders, and he always wanted a spider to show up in the third act. If you ever want to know how insane Hollywood producers are. The dyes are such a reasonable, but the tools are absurd. I asked for how much her shears cost is 600. Yeah, it's always like that. It's like film stuff. Like if I go get they call them C47s, but they're clothespins. But they in film they have like an actual code word on set called C47s, and those clothespins, like wooden clothespins, if you go to like a CVS, you can buy those clothespins for what, like $4, like a big old bag of them. If you go to like Film Tools or one of those places and find them, they're like $15 for like 50. And you like it's just insane when they're like, these are tools of the trade. It's nuts. Like, why? Some things it makes sense. Some things it makes sense why it's that expensive. A lot of those things, no, it doesn't. Sweats and youth. It's all right, Ghost. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Cryptid spider legs. Of the Star Wars spider legs. Spider legs or Star Wars spider legs. I was thinking like Wild Wild West spider legs, you know, like mechanical kind of steampunky nonsense. But Star Wars has some pretty clean spider legs. Yeah, I don't think I'd have actual spider legs. That just I don't know. I don't know. I like to be comfy. They don't seem comfy. They got like they like grab onto things. I love spiders, but it just doesn't seem like their legs are comfy. Spiders are awesome. They like cool dark places just like me. Oh, I know. I have them around. They keep the other insects out of my apartment. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me at all. Why publishing folks are the exact same, though they'll try to convince you otherwise. Good to know. Yep. Good. Still unfortunate having cats means I don't generally get spiders. Mine are, man, my babies are worthless. Yeah, they do not go after the spiders. Ghostly has been known to eat salt packets, ironically, though. It's like my dad. My dad used to eat, I mean, he still sometimes does, just like, will snack on like a stick of butter. Just weird, weird things to snack on. Erector set legs are like Spidey Baby in Toy Story. Yes, exactly, Kimmy. That tracks. Has also licked a salt lamp. 1 out of 5 stars. Would not recommend. So do not do that. That is for deer. That is for deer and elk and other wildlife. That is not a people. Not for people. All right, everybody. It is going to be the last sprint of the day before I have to head off and go to my writers' meetings. So I will need to get this sprint underway. But for those of you who want to chat, obviously the chat is lively. So feel free to chat away. But for everybody working, happy writing. And I hope that you find the words well and easy. Happy writing, everybody. We'll see you on the other side. Alrighty, everybody. And that is the end of our third sprint. Sorry it's a short stream today, everybody, and not doing the full 4 sprints, but hopefully we should do the full 4 sprints tomorrow, I think. Just because I have to run early this eve. Ghostly to the Halloween makeup. I mean, yeah, just use Halloween makeup. You don't have to. You don't have to do full on. Yeah, this stuff is not easy. I mean, I'd probably botch it. I haven't done eyeliner in a long time. Probably not since I was in my 20s. It also takes a lot of practice. Don't discourage. Exactly. But I want to look like a clown. Why light? My aspirations are simple. It just practice. All you gotta do is practice it. You don't have to nail it on the first try, Ghostly. And then you can experiment. You know, once you've gotten some practice, you can experiment with the kind of clown you want to look like. You can explore. You don't have to have it all work out immediately. I still take time figuring out makeup stuff just to be at home gives a good safe space to practice. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, no one's gonna judge you, and you've got time. Ghost or Kimmy, doesn't being a ghost make you at least somewhat goth by default? I mean, that's true. I think Ghostly at this point, I think it's just the fashion element of it. Like, Ghostly's sensibilities are definitely in that, like, maybe mildly a little gothy while still being like summery hippie. Kids are asleep. Of course. Thanks for being here. The kids are asleep. We're gonna drop off and go say hi to E to the Liz, who also does writing sprints. So there will be more sprints to be had for those of you who are still trying to get work done. And actually, I'll go ahead and start that off here. Let's see here. Of course, Crypto, thank you, Wildlight. This has been a well-needed spot. Good. I am glad. I'm glad we could give that for you, Crypto. I know you've been going through a lot, so I'm glad there's some levity and it's helping you out. Came in just in time, it seems, of course, Eki. Well, we'll see you all tomorrow if you're around tomorrow. If not, we'll see you all next week. But for everybody, Ghostly, it's not that suck. That's just the problem. The issue is my face is on fire. Yeah, you might need to do a different thing then. Yeah, don't aggravate any allergies. Stuff was rubber cement, I swear. Yeah, different makeup. Easy fix. All right, everybody. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. And we will see you all next time. And we're going to go ahead and start the raid. And yeah, I always start it late. So there's always this awkward saying goodbye moment. So awkwardly standing here saying goodbye. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. And take care, everybody.